Hello everyone. Tonight we're getting back to Dwarf Fortress where we left off with our current fort in Kamede Alino, the Realm of Dawning. And we saved the fort Athelmedtab ringed blockade on the 19th of Timber or in late autumn of the year 100. So we haven't really gotten much of anywhere just yet. The last stream we did get our basic fort set up. Granted, we are currently having hydration issues because, as it turns out, the brook does freeze in the winter. I mean, it's not even winter yet. It's still autumn. So hopefully we don't lose this fort prematurely to a lack of alcohol. We do have Logum Unlsure over here. They're working on exactly that. And we have a supply of some drinks. Whether we have enough supplies to keep making alcohol for the entire winter, who knows? I don't know why it was a smaller window. Know that I had it in last stream. Right, we are currently out of fruit to brew with. I believe we can send some dwarves out to get these apricots. Or they might just grab some fresher plants nearby. Which we also only have enough barrels for 5 drinks, so I think we can at least get the carpenter working on some more barrels. Also, we can store more alcohol at once. we're definitely getting more drinks stored at any given time. We've got radish wine and turnip wine and prickleberry wine. And it's early winter, so we can just survive the next few months, and it, the brook will defrost again, and soon enough. Yeah, we're actually starting to have a surplus. That's because we've gotten all the way up to 20. Well, roughly 20, because we don't have a bookkeeper yet, so and we don't get to know exact amounts. Let's make sure that we still got folks gathering plants. And we've got. Wait, no, that's from Nomler Horses. Is the horsebone bin and being made? Hey, so we don't really need that anymore. Yeah, we're starting to run a little low on drink again. Probably because somebody ran out of plants, so they canceled the task. Brew more drinks from plants because we need more drinks for only an early winter. And we're down to one drink. And now we're down to none again. Just gather all of these plants. Yep, and I believe we're almost out, if not entirely out of fermentable plants again. For at least no one has died, so that's something. Here's another wide open area for plant gathering. We're starting to get a surplus again. Oh, and we can brew from fruit, even if we start to run out of plants. And since we've got some fruit again. We're in midwinter. We might just make it out. Which it would be a shame if you know we were done in by something as anticlimactic as dehydration in the first year. Oh, okay. Eden in Indokidon has grown to become a dough rabbit. First, I thought somebody had a baby at this time. Alright, you've got enough of a surplus of alcohol to need more barrels. Also hold it all. To do that, we need more logs. Let's find a good tree to chop down. You can just chop down a couple of willows. They don't really give us anything useful. Yeah, at least we're surviving. And we've got about 20 drinks. I mean, I never told you to extract from plants. I told you to brew from plants. And I don't know if extracting plants provides drinks of any kind. And I think that's for a different kind of industry. Just gotta keep up the barrel production. And so we can keep so we can keep increasing our surplus of alcohol. I even need to expand and our storeroom. Keep sending folks out to gather plants. Set this stockpile to custom. Everything except corpses and refuse. It is because corpses can go outside. Hide where they won't get everyone sick. Because the last thing we need when we're already low on drinks is everybody getting sick from miasma. Although we aren't really low on drinks at this point. I mean, we've got 40 of them, and it just became late winter. An animal has grown to become a stray yak cow. I timed that barrel pretty close to the perfect time. As we just ran out of empty barrels, also storing yet more booze in. Oh, we still got a few rooms that need doors. Hey, hey, Zinik. Hey, how are you doing? It looks like we need to make another door. Oh, you're doing good. Good to hear. Yeah, which this isn't my first time with Dwarf Fortress. Mostly just trying out the Steam version for the first time. This is only my second stream with this version. Ah, I see. But I mean, it also says rooms with multiple beds will be made into dormitories. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Yeah, because that's how room detection worked in the last version I played. Was if something has has a door, then the door will set the limit of the room. Yeah. There's no resizing anymore. Alright, we need to harvest more plants. And because as we've run out of stuff to brew with. I like assigning bedrooms to dwarves, even if they don't specifically need quarters, as like a nobility thing, just so they know for sure everyone has a bedroom to sleep in. Place that one last door. Or now we can set this one last bedroom. Until the next wave of migrants arrives. And set up another order to indefinitely brew things from plants. Although it is early spring at this point, so Brooks should be defrosting soon. And so the alcohol supply shouldn't be quite so much a matter of life and death anymore. But at least we made it through the winter. I think for now 30 drinks should keep us alive. Even we can and start working on on mining a bit more. Let's say I have Cowlinite. we're getting some stone at this point. And so we should probably think about at least... He's building a mason and workshop. Well, stone worker. So we can take full advantage of that. But really what we need is some sort of fuel for our kiln. And so we can start making use of all this clay. Alright, now we have a 25th member of the fort. I guess we can work on another bed. And another door. Oh, we're getting plenty of shale. Alright, so let's see what dealer's deal is, because he's the unhappiest dwarf in the entire fort. Unmet need to pray to all these deities and craft an object. So I guess let's start setting up a temple. So it can be either room for just like a general purpose, this temple. Oh, and if we need more specific ones, and we can add more later. Just gonna add another stone door to the queue. Oh, unfortunately, we've already got another room carved out for this additional bedroom that we need. It's entirely just a matter of setting it up. So now that's not the menu I need for temple, is it? I'm not seeing temple listed anywhere. Oh wait, hold on. It's temple is a meeting area. That you then assign a location to. Right, the Cobra of Balding has been founded, so now everybody has a place to go worship. Although they would probably appreciate its more specific furnishings. Maybe like an altar. There we go, it's mid-spring and all the water's defrosted. However, we did not attract any migrants this season. And we're also out of alcohol again. But that's to be expected since I haven't been micromanaging that industry anymore. Alright, there we go. Now we can have an altar in this temple. Oh, we've struck coals. Now we can. We should have something to use to fuel the kiln. We still don't have any actual coal. Oh, despite me mining through all of those walls. Wait, hold on. That no wonder we were on the wrong layer. Here's, of course. Oh, and I think, yeah, I remember auto mining being a thing. I just wasn't sure where to find the option, and then this new interface. Now we should have some fuel soon. Soon, unless there's some kind of processing that needs to happen to make this work as fuel for the kiln. I need fuel to make coke from coal. So then what do I use as fuel to start the process? I need a wood burner, but wouldn't a wood burner also need fuel? Yeah, I don't know why I thought it needed fuel, because the wood you're using is essentially the fuel. Also, I guess now we just make a wood burner. And then make charcoal. Also, that we can then make coke. Which, I mean, I guess really we didn't even. Since we could just make charcoal this entire time, we didn't even need to go digging for coal. There we go. And this is why you used to. Yeah, I imagine it's just an efficiency thing rather than a strict necessity. Which admittedly it has been a bit since I played Dwarf Fortress last, so Alright, we can just... It's like set an indefinite process to make... You could coke out of coal. So it does look like our coal vein has run dry. Oh wait, hold on. There's still a little bit, but I believe that's all on the very edge where you can't dig. Well, at least we've got adventuring here that we can and make use of. Alright, dealer is still upset. You know what? Maybe we should set him to have more available tasks than just mining. Yeah, maybe he can cut stone since he so desperately wants to craft something. Let's make a couple little statues and just kind of see what we get. You know, maybe we'll get something fitting for the temple or something. You can also do a little bit of work with bones because I guess maybe something happened with all the bones we had out here. Here because we had more horse bones than were necessary in order to make that artifact act bin. Oh, we've just got a stoner statue of a stingray. And stoneware statue of a common skate. This is a stoneware statue of a common skate. The item is an image of a common skate made in stoneware by Usher Kadinstan. Just some incredibly general. So let's just make some clay crafts so that we can have something to sell. Oh, when the merchants come in the autumn. Let's get some brewing going so that we can make sure to have to just already have some drinks brewed. By the time the river starts to freeze. The fishery needs to have attracted no migrants this season. And they're probably waiting to make sure that they don't end up on the brink of death as the following winter. Probably expand our storeroom. I've still got set on vein mining. Let's add there's a little indent here so that we can have a spot to start digging downwards in the other direction. Although since we're already down far enough to hit coal, then we can probably just focus on that layer until we start running out things to mine. Another stockpile for everything except corpses and refuse. Oh, we've got a stoneware figure of the Poison of Terror. The item is a well-designed image of the poison of terror, the deity of depravity. He depicts as a male dwarf in stoneware by facet Tunamingiz. Is the poison of terror is laughing. Yeah, you can just have this little figurine of a laughing god of depravity. That's a thing. That's a thing that we're gonna sell. Oh, when the merchants come. Alright, you're gonna head out to Zenik. And it was good to have you in chat. That's Zenik. Hey, thanks for the tips. Tips on getting my industry working. And we still need more. We've got even more stone figurines of the poison of terror. Or the deity of depravity. This time, maybe he's unnaturally contorted. And we've got another one where he's laughing. And here's one where there's another dwarf prostrating itself before him. Got a whole little collection. Alongside just a figurine of a giant emu. I think we might need to start. Oh, okay, I think that's just a baby. You know, it's interesting how as much as the sprites are based on the character's generated appearance, there's only one set of dwarf sprites. Like there's no differing sprites for different age ranges. But like every dwarf looks like they're fully grown regardless of age. probably need even more storage space. Just because I'm making... Okay, so we are officially out of coal to make coke with. But we do have some chalcedony down here. See, one thing that I've always enjoyed is seeing like what kinds of gods that's generated. Relations. Oh, I think we have to go into Legends mode to just see all of the deities. Oh, I can just repaint stockpiles. I'm just now seeing that feature. Right, and game is saving as we enter early autumn. Got a good surplus of drinks, things to tide us over through the winter. We're definitely in a better spot than we were around this time last year. There we go. Now we just have the one stockpile. So now the organization system makes a little bit more sense. Alright, let's just carve out this whole area and see if we find anything new. Or out of new things to cook. Probably because last I saw Nope. We are preparing the raw fish. So we should still have plenty of fish to cook. Look, it's just a matter of somebody actually doing it. A new caravan has arrived. The Baron Consort, Voltaic Irithlimal of Past Silvers, hers from Metbimble has arrived. A need for cut gems is expected. That will increase their value by quite a bit. 202%. Right, broker requested a depot. Move goods to depot. Now we can start moving all this stoneware. Alright, that should be good. We've got all the stoneware crafts that's moved over. Right, so they've got steel, cut gems, and stones, chains, flasks. A giant backbone Zaz. That has a toy axe. Makes a mini forge. I suppose we could get some milk. We don't have anything to clothe that child with currently. You know, she'll need clothes later. Oh, we could buy some cheese. Let's just set it as much as possible. All to trade away. Trade value of 687. Oh, looks like here's the rest of the giant bat that was used to make that Zaz. Dang, this is a fancy alpaca wood colt. All the 192 no no value. You know, let's get this pigtail dress. Could grab some armor as well. All for when we eventually need a military. Grab some milk of various kinds. Let's just load up the rest on cheese. Oh, dwarven cheese is extra fancy. Right, there we go. In return for all of our various stoneware crafts, we've gotten some cheese, we've gotten a dress, we've got some armor, and we've got some milk. What exactly is dwarven milk? Like, is it the milk from, like, the purring maggots or something? Or, you know, is it dwarven because it somehow, because, you know, it comes from dwarves in some persuasion. Because it, you know, all it says is dwarven milk. You know, this is a stack of 10 dwarven milk. But yeah, the only living thing mentioned in that sentence is dwarves. It's like, where did this milk come from? Alright, the baby has been set up with a bedroom. You need to send some dwarves out to gather plants again. Because our reserves of alcohol are starting to wane. Should probably start just like forbidding some of them until the early freezing happens. So I'm just gonna forbid our remaining persimmon wine and until well, we can until we need it. We currently don't need to wine in order to stay hydrated. As the brook is still flowing. I think it probably will for the next little bit here. Alright, and the brook has frozen over. Yeah, we can keep that as the emergency reserves. Maybe unforbid it once it becomes winter. After all, we've got 20 drinks still. Also, we should be fine for a little bit. Also, we're out of clay, so we've got to let me gather clay for a bit, so we can get more stoneware going. Supposed to be more people gathering plants so that you can keep. Oh, if we had some honey going, then we could start doing some mead as well. I think we can probably. This will probably be able to sustain us at least until winter. Just late autumn now. And we should probably also expand out here a little bit so we can get a gem cutter's workshop going. Right, we now have 2 new displeased dwarves. Indok Konosrazad, the dwarven child, is Harold is also displeased. But no real specific reason given. As this child has like needs, they're listed as being unfulfilled. Right, let's set up a jeweler. Now let's start making clay crafts again. And now that we have some clay to work with, and whoever's doing jeweler stuff, I can start cutting gems. I mean, let's start exploring this elevation in -6 eggs and see if we can find things like, more coal. Alright, this layer seems to just be dolomite so far. And we are out of drinks. Right, gather plants. You brew more drinks from plants, and so that we have more drinks to work with. It is almost winter, so we can probably crack open the reserves soon. And I've been digging around in this area, the opposite direction of where I intended to. I meant to start going the opposite direction of where I've been mining out into, since I've reached the edge. Right, Winter has arrived. Let's crack open the reserves. Alright, and we've got some rock crystal. And on this layer, we've also got some white chalcedony that we haven't mined at all. Also need to expand and our stock room once again. I have a stoneware figurine of dwarves. The item is an image of two dwarves in stoneware by Fast Tournament Ingas. Do we have any more cursed figurines of the god of depravity? No, it seems we just have an image of two dwarves. An image of fire snakes. And an image of an unknown, of an unspecified number of dwarves. An unusable murky pool slope. Oh yeah, I think we just we may want to do a little bit of construction of a wall here, just to make sure that doesn't, like flood anything. Once things start to defrost again. Once again, out of plants to make alcohol with. We're down to 9 drinks. head to the stockpile. And also we have a bit more room to work with for storing stuff. As things have started to build up at the workshops. And Uris Dodokalan and has had another baby. We've got another baby around. Let's just explore more of this area here. Ah, Fastunum, I guess, has finally become a craft dwarf. We are in dire need of more drinks, as we currently have absolutely none. Keep the plant gathering going. I think once a river defrosts, I might just forbid all of the alcohol. Like we're just gonna be completely abstinent and on booze for the entire spring and summer, just about, just so that we have something stored away. Let's continue downwards. There's a little bit more. I've struck bauxite. And we are still making drinks from plants. They're all of the plants you can, so that we can get as many useful plants as we can and get our little dwarven hands on. I've got another figurine of the Poison of Terror. This time, in this part of the collection, he's depicted committing fittingly a depraved act. Doesn't give specifics, and it's probably for the best. So we don't get the specifics. Oh, we have a stoneware figurine of dwarves. This is a finely crafted stoneware figurine of dwarves. The item is a finely designed image of dwarves in stoneware by Logum Onulshire. The dwarves are traveling. The artwork relates to the foundation of ringed blockade by the Saber of Entries. These are the bent mechanisms in the early spring of 100. So now we have a figurine that specifically relates to the history of our fort. I think we should be good on booze for the rest of the winter. And maybe we'll even have some that last on past the defrosting. I found sapphire somewhere. Guess we already. Guess we already mined all the sapphire. Or because I'm not seeing it anywhere. Oh wait, no. That was just in this corner specifically. And we're in late winter now. So we can just last a little bit longer. Or than. And the brook will defrost again. And we'll no longer have to survive entirely on booze. Make another door. Another bed so that we have somewhere for this this additional dwarf to sleep. Guess we just Like all the way to there. That'll be the edge of this storeroom in this direction. We can go ahead and just get the basic room structures in. Although I think, well, we could continue in this direction. Just pop down our nice new Dolomite door. Or a swallow bed. And to set up a bedroom. Alright, all 26 of our doors have bedrooms once again. And we've got a substantial surplus of alcohol and almost spring. Time, time for another autosave. We've made it to early spring. And now it's just a matter of waiting for it to warm up enough for the water to start flowing again. Meanwhile, we can just keep going down, and so we can continue finding. So to my knowledge, we haven't struck any like useful metals. Also, that's kind of gonna be the next goal. Also, that we can start metalworking. Oh, and we've gone down far enough to discover a cavern. Yeah, let's just kind of block that off until we're ready to deal with whatever lurks down there. Oh, sucks to be Rimtar, to be you, Rimtar. You snooze, you lose, I guess. Apparently, it's mostly water down here. So maybe that could... If we can keep it free from any beasties, we can... Either my attack, we can... Like, we might be able to use that as a secondary water source. Maybe set up a well or something. But there is at least hematite down here. Yeah, poor Rimtar is gonna... I think I saw somebody in a fey mood. Yeah, let's check in on Sarvesh. I must have rough gyms. Dang, Sarvesh, you can put yourself in a rough spot. Because you're the one that cut all the gyms. Right, let's see if there are any gyms that we haven't already any mind. We have absolutely no rough gyms currently. Guess our best bet is to just keep mining on the layers that don't lead directly into a cavern. Right, nothing so far. Oh, Izum has become a child. Also, far Rimtar has been completely unaffected by being stuck down here. Oh, we do have some ores because tetrahedrite has a 20% chance of containing ore of silver and also works as an ore of copper. But silver and copper aren't really what we need right now. What we need is rough gems. It's now mid-spring. Brook has become under defrost. So let's just forbid our remaining turnip wine. Alright, we've struck gypsum. In alabaster. That's more stone. Oh, and we need rough gems. Oh, we can also make coke out of lignite, so and we can make steel out of dolomite. Hey, so we've got we can start doing stuff with metal, but again, metal's not really what we're looking for right now. Oh, Ramtar has started to. Yeah, yeah, Ramtar, this is not going to turn out well. She felt fondness remembering talking with a friend. She was bored after leading an unexciting life for so long. She was bored after being unable to fight for too long. She was uneasy at being unable to be extravagant and for so long. Anhydrite is another kind of stone. Once again, we have attracted no migrants. We can just start digging around up here. Here and see if we can find anything. Oh, we managed to find a little bit of coal. But again, not at all what we're looking for. Either a cinnabar. Alright, Sard is a gem. So we can finally get a gem for our poor guy. Hey, Sarvesh, who has been waiting for a gem. Let's hope he hasn't... Okay, he hasn't gone insane in the meantime. Alright, Sarvesh is working furiously. All he needed was some rough gems to get to work. So this will be our second artifact for the fort. He has created Bin Mozilla Damanfesh, a perfect sword. He offers it to the Saber of Entries. We have a figurine of Sedme Dusk Phantom, the Tenebrious Grave. The item is a well-designed image of Sedme Dusk Phantom, the Tenebrious Grave, the backward freak stumped by Rimtar Letmos' death. Sedme Dusk Phantom, the Tenebrious Grave is traveling. The artwork relates to the wandering of the backward freak, Sedme Dusk Phantom, the Tenebrious Grave, even the Hills of Esteem in one. I imagine it's like the cut gems. No, it is not. I need... is in some other section. We've got... Oh, we've got a couple a couple figurines of Senmei, Dusk Phantom, the Tenebrious Grave, the Backwards Freak, as well as a few more figurines of the Poison of Terror. Yep, Depraved Act. Laughing. And it was indeed a good call to wall this section off, otherwise our storm would be flooding a bit. Speaking of water, let's see. Let's see if we can't set up a well all above some of this water down here. And poor Rimtar's just down. If we expand this way, then we should be able to expand this way. We should eventually be directly above the water. This room should be directly above some water that we can then get at through a well. Oh, and then we'll have a continuous supply of water, or even in the winter. Needs open space. So I guess we have to channel, and then we can build a well over the open space that it creates. Yeah, no shit. Then we discovered a massive cavern deep underground. Unfortunately, I managed to just channel directly into a rock wall. So we need a channel here instead. There we go, open space. Okay, I need blocks and I need mechanisms. Fortunately, both of those I imagine can be made out of stone. I still had. Apparently, we've got some floor fungus happening. Yeah, quite a bit of floor fungus actually. Alright, so let's just make some shale blocks and build a mechanic workshop. Oh, because we need a mechanism. Right, and new task, make rock mechanisms. So once we have the blocks and the mechanisms, we can build the well. Yeah, yeah, that tracks. That tracks that Rimtar let Hemlosos staff has been missing for a week. Oh, yeah, yeah. She certainly has been missing. All right, there we go. We've got all the components for the well. Now just wait for somebody to come build it. This is a giant cave swallow. I mean, it's far from unexpected that Rimtar would die. Shame that down here in the caverns, he died from like dehydration or starvation, rather than going out in a blaze of glory fighting some kind of monster. I mean, I also haven't even seen... Like, the most monstrous thing has been in a cave swallow. No, in this entire cavern. Alright, so you've got... So the well is operational. And you can even see the bucket go down. What's moving around down here? Oh, it's just simply... You know, water is flowing because... doing it indifferently because some of it was taken out. And, you know, some of these ohms might have something to do with it. Yeah, but of course there's gonna be plenty of miasma coming from the rotting dwarf corpse. Dwarves down in the caverns. Meanwhile, we can probably... Probably need to start expanding into metalworking thing because we've got various sources of metal. You know, we probably don't even have to worry about making sure that we have enough alcohol to last the winter. Or because we just have a supply of water that doesn't freeze. Well, Rimtar's body has finished decomposing and is now just a skeleton. Right, there we go. Finally, someone's actually mining out that area. And Didoc as a sub-Hokan weaponsmith has been possessed. So you consider building somewhere for a weaponsmith to work. We've got some extra shale blocks that we can use. In these next couple workshops. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back and ready to continue for the next half hour at least. Let's at least get, as I kind of expected. Alright, let's start smelting some tetrahedrite. Need to see what we get. Because as one might expect, like, whatever it is his Dedok is making, or more accurately, the ghost possessing Dedok. Could require there's stone bar, metal bars into rough color. What is rough color? Please don't tell me it's more rough gems. It is in fact more rough gems. I think we've still got some rough herds down here. So it's mostly the metal that's missing. Yep, there we go. We got some copper smelted, and now that Oak is getting to work on maybe a weapon. Weapon would be his skill set, but I mean, he's possessed by unknown forces, so it might not be that specific. Yep. Copper bars, raw sards, and dolomite are being combined into something. Solid coral, Kesbenmaz Ust. And we have once again attracted no migrants. Interesting that our first thing may have metal is going to be an artifact. Yep, solid. And Coral Hulk has been was us a copper battle axe. This is a copper battle axe, all craft workshop nimbus of the highest quality. It is encrusted with emerald cut swords and encircled with bands of round dolomite and cabochons. And this object menaces with spikes of copper. Perhaps that's our cue to start or to working on a military. I think we should perhaps station our military close to since the biggest threat right now is the potential for something to come from down below. Oh, in the caverns. Earns it. Earns, let's station our military right above of where we found an entrance into the caverns. And this special battle axe can be sort of the he's sort of the symbol of office for the captain of the militia. Let's smooth the entire area because this is the first really like special room that we're building in natural stone. Oh, and so we can actually smooth it. So I need to go to nobles and administrators. We have no one with any relevant skills. You know what? We can. Why not have Deduk be the he's a militia commander. And he can wield his own special possession axe. Alright, create new squad. No uniform as of yet. Like the shades of armor. Reason in Vaboktan, Dwarven child has been found dead, drowned. Okay, so we definitely need a military because somehow oh, we've got children ending up going down the well and getting drowned by bats. In fact, actually, it looks like I think I know what might have happened. It's because of this dolomite slope. Help! I forgot to patch that up. Right, just slap a floor over that. So that unless bats can come up, but up through the well or something, I think they've got no way to enter. And 3 dwarven children end up fighting a giant bat. The giant bat attacks the dwarven child, but she jumps away. The giant bat misses the dwarven child. The giant bat attacks the dwarven child, but he jumps away. The dwarven child punches the giant bat in the upper body with her right hand, bruising the muscle and bruising the liver. The dwarven child attacks the giant bat, but he jumps away. The giant bat attacks the dwarven child, but she jumps away. The giant bat attacks the dwarven child, but he jumps away. The giant bat bites the dwarven child in the lower body, tearing the fat through the giant great 8-horned owl leather dress. The giant bat misses the dwarven child. The giant bat bites the dwarven child in the right upper arm, tearing apart the muscle through the giant great 8-horned owl leather dress. A sensory nerve has been severed. The force twists the right shoulder. The giant bat attacks the dwarven child, but he jumps away. The giant bat attacks the dwarven child, but he jumps away. The giant bat grabs the dwarven child by the throat with his lower right arm. The giant bat takes the dwarven child down by the throat with the giant bat's right lower arm. The giant bat releases the grip of the giant bat's right lower arm from the dwarven child's throat. The giant bat bites the dwarven child in the lower left arm, tearing the muscle through the giant great horned owl leather dress. As the giant great horned owl leather dress breaks, the giant bat misses the dwarven child. The giant bat misses the dwarven child. All 3 different times. And somehow throughout all of that, reason and Oktan and managed to end up in the water and drowned. So, that's not good. Hopefully by patching that hole that I accidentally created and left in the floor, we have some protection. Hopefully there won't be any more giant bats. like entering the fortress or having, or you know, potentially having curious children come to them. Oh, Rimtar has decided to haunt the fortress. And Oodle is very upset. She was shocked reliving being attacked. Yeah, she's probably got like PTSD. From giant bat encounter. Because she got attacked and saw one of her friends get dragged down into the caverns by a giant bat. And never to be seen again. Now I've just gotta wait for the world to save. We've got to set up a hospital because I'll treat the injured dwarves in. Probably also get to work on some slabs. At least one for Rimtar, so that we can quiet her ghost down until we can and get down into the caverns and leave the actual corpse. We need at least one bed for the hospital because we've got at least one uninjured dwarf. Let's make it a couple just in case. Just in case we need more than one. Ah, caravan has arrived. Oodle has cancelled Eat, frightened. Poor kid. Okay, so what do you mean interrupted by a giant peach-faced lovebird? I'm starting to think that we might need to get some crossbows because all of these giant animals fly. Yep, giant peach-faced lovebird. just hanging out in the trees. Alright, broker requested a depot. Let's move all this of our stoneware souvenirs. Here's basically off to the depot. Ooh, we can trade these sapphires for quite a bit. Because I believe there was mention of an upcoming need for cut gems. And these are worth 1,000 base price, I think. Like, to my knowledge, that's base price and not the value that will be given to them. Right, there's much shares. Let's request some crossbows. A need for blocks and crowns, you say? Well, we should have plenty of crowns. Let's just smelt all this tetrahedrite we have. What existing conflict are you talking about, child? I can't not just stand by. This might require an answer. She feels vengeful when joining an existing conflict. Interrupted by Vulture. Why are all of the flying things interrupting everything now? Like, first it was a bat, then it was giant peach-faced lovebirds, and now it's vultures. Just regular-sized vultures, though. But the horse is fighting. The horse's upper body takes the full force of the impact, bruising the fat. The horse is no longer stunned. But what is the horse fighting? We also need to actually finish setting up the medical area. Alright, the second bed hasn't been made. Oh, the Dwarven child Nish is the Nigled is fighting, the Vulture is fighting, and the Mason Edom Isos is fighting. The Dwarven child attacks the Vulture, but she jumps away. The Dwarven child grabs the Vulture by the right wing with his left upper arm. The vulture bites the dwarven child in the left upper arm, bruising the muscle through the llama wool dress. The dwarven child throws the vulture by the right wing, hitting with the dwarven child's left upper arm. Just, just chucks a vulture. The dwarven child punches the vulture in the head with his left hand, bruising the muscle. The dwarven child punches the vulture in the left lower leg with his right hand, bruising the fat. The vulture slams into an obstacle. The vulture's right upper leg takes the full force of the impact, bruising the muscle. The vulture's left wing takes the full force of the impact, bruising the muscle. The vulture stands up. The mason grabs the vulture by the left wing with his right upper arm. The mason takes the vulture down by the left wing with the mason's right upper arm. The vulture stands up. The dwarven child grabs the vulture by the fourth toe, left foot, with his left lower arm. The mason releases the grip of the mason's right upper arm on the vulture's left wing. The vulture attacks the mason, but he jumps away. The dwarven child kicks the vulture in the lower body with his right foot, bruising the muscle and tearing apart the lower spine's nervous tissue. The mason punches the vulture in the right wing with his left hand, bruising the muscle. The vulture falls over. The vulture bites the dwarven child in the lower body, bruising the fat after the llama wool dress. The vulture latches on firmly. The dwarven child breaks the grip of the vulture's beak from the dwarven child's lower body. The dwarven child releases the grip of the dwarven child's left lower arm from the vulture's fourth toe. The dwarven child grabs the vulture by the right wing with his left lower arm. The mason punches the vulture in the lower body with his left hand, and the injured part collapses. An artery has been opened by the attack. Dang, they are kicking this vulture's ass with no weapons. Weighing another 40 items. See, the vulture attacks the mason, but he jumps away. This is my fight too. There's no need to feel vengeful. I can't just stand by. This might require an answer. I have a part of this. This must require an answer. This might require an answer. The mason stands up. This is my fight too. This might require an answer. I have a part in this. This might require an answer. I have a part in this. There's no need to feel vengeful. I cannot just stand by. This might require an answer. I cannot just stand by. This might require an answer. The mason stands up. I have a part in this. This might require an answer. And then he just stands up several times. This is my fight too. There's no need to feel vengeful. Well, the mason stands up. I saw a dwarf recite. He'd stints in the stack slug. No, I'm not interested. This is my fight too. There's no need to feel vengeful. And he just stands up several times. I must withdraw. I cannot just stand by. There's no need to feel vengeful. This is my fight too. There's no need to feel vengeful. I had an intellectual discussion with my friend. It's interesting. And the mason stands up. The mason stands up. This is my fight too. This might require an answer. I cannot just stand by. This might require an answer. Hmm. Alright, we can trade now. Only 1600? That would be more than that. But hey, that should be plenty to get pretty much whatever we want. So let's get quiver and some iron bolts. We could get some more hammers or some bismuth bronze on spears. Let's pick up a steel crossbow. You know, let's pick up a couple maces too, and some more hammers while we're at it because we've got plenty to trade. We can get a helm and a shield. You know what? Let's throw in a spear. We can just grab all of this cheese and some chain leggings. And yeah, we were able to get all of that for just the sapphires. And we probably could have gone more. Or if I really thought about it, like that's all we really need. Well, our militia commander has already managed to get injured. Our time in the realm of dawning is so brief. Begone, fear. The militia commander scrambles out of the mason's flight path. Commander I'm not entirely sure what is even happening at this point. Like, are they still fighting a vulture? Are they fighting each other? Either way, they're gonna need... Okay, yep, more dwarves need medical attention. Right, so we probably need more beds. Let's just make like 4 more. Put this up as a meeting area hospital. The Sanctuary of Channels. So our chief medical dwarf as... We don't have anyone with relevant skills. So you know what? Why not have one of the other weaponsmiths be chief medical dwarf? Oh, and I have to specifically set dwarves as like doctor, diagnostician, surgeon, and bone doctor. Hope we've got people set up. They're all completely untrained, but we've got people set up to do the jobs. I think that's gonna have to be something to attend to next stream, which I'm not entirely sure when my next Dwarf Fortress stream will be. So we've got something else I'm thinking about doing this Saturday, and after this Saturday I'm gonna be going on a little bit of a end of year hiatus. It is for sort of the holiday season. So after the 17th, means it probably won't be streaming again until sometime in January of next year. Which is actually going to be some scheduling updates. That I will post on all of the different channels. You know, the YouTube, the Tumblr, and the Twitter. And probably in a panel here on Twitch as well. As because of the way my next semester has turned out, I'm gonna be moving. I'm going to be moving weekday streams to one day earlier in the week. So Tuesday streams will become Monday streams, and Thursday streams will become Wednesday streams. the full details will be available in a handy image after the final stream of this year, which is planned for Saturday. So thank you to everyone who stopped by. Again, not sure when the next Dwarf Fortress stream will be. As this was kind of just something to do for a couple remaining Tuesdays before my end of year hiatus. So I might do Dwarf Fortress again once I'm in between seasons of another series. Yes, because I'm planning on getting back to Sims 3 fairly soon. Let's see if I can then raid. It looks like there's a few people. It's about rating this person. Oh, and next stream in general is planned for Thursday with like the last CK3 stream of the year. And then Saturday will be sort of the finale of the year. And then after that, I'll just be taking a little bit of a break for a couple weeks until the start of the new year. And during that break, I'll try and catch up on the YouTube upload backlog. So I've got like at least a dozen streams that aren't up on YouTube yet. Partly because there was a bit of a disruption to my usual shortcut workflow because he decided to just randomly remove the functionality that I was using to get videos from the timeline and directly to a playlist so that I can just queue up a whole bunch of videos to export. But fortunately, I was able to download an old version of Shotcut that should have that functionality in place. So I should be able to just set up a big long queue and just let it run for a while. So the big thing will be, uploading and setting up the descriptions and and making the thumbnails. And remembering what to call all of these streams, because that's usually a bit easier when the events are still fresh and in my memory. Yeah, I definitely want to need to do more Sims 3 until I get all of season one and up on YouTube at least. So, ideally that will be coming back sometime next year. But anyways, thank you everyone who stopped by. I and once again, and the sort of penultimate stream of the year is planned for Thursday with Crusader Kings 3, and then the final stream of the year there will be Saturday. There we go. Now I've got a raid set up.